Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here today. In this video, we'll be discussing something very special, and I'm sure it will be valuable and insightful for all of you. It's a topic that connects deeply with our everyday lives, and I can't wait to dive into it with you. So make sure to watch the video till the end, and if you find it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new here, don't hesitate to subscribe and become part of our growing community. Your feedback is always appreciated, so be sure to share your thoughts in the comments section after watching. Without further ado, let's get started. Here's a story based on the title, 15 Ways How Kindness Will Ruin Your Life. 15 Ways How Kindness Will Ruin Your Life. Everyone tells you that kindness is the key to a happy, fulfilled life. But what they don't tell you is that sometimes being too kind can lead to some unexpected and often disastrous consequences. Let me share with you how my life spiraled out of control, all because I was too kind. 1. People will take advantage of you. It all started with small favors. Can you cover my shift today? Can you help me move this weekend? At first, I thought it was harmless, but soon everyone around me knew I wouldn't say no. I was overburdened with responsibilities that weren't mine, and my own life began to fall apart. 2. You'll become a people pleaser. Every decision I made wasn't for my own happiness, but to make others happy. I stopped thinking about what I wanted. My friends, family, and even strangers' opinions mattered more than my own needs. 3. You lose your identity. By always bending to the will of others, I started to lose sight of who I was. My interests, hobbies, and even dreams became secondary. I had no time for them. I was too busy being everyone's yes man. 4. You attract toxic relationships. Kindness is a magnet for takers. I began to notice that many of my relationships were one-sided. I gave and gave, but when I needed support, no one was around. Toxic people saw my kindness as a weakness and used it to their advantage. 5. It becomes impossible to set boundaries. No became a word I could no longer utter. People would be disappointed, and I couldn't stand the thought of letting anyone down. But without boundaries, I found myself overwhelmed, drained, and resentful. 6. You'll get burned out. Constantly giving without receiving anything in return took its toll. I was physically and emotionally exhausted. My mental health deteriorated, and I struggled to keep up with the demands of everyday life. 7. You'll start neglecting yourself. In the chaos of always being there for others, I forgot to take care of myself. I missed out on sleep, meals, and moments of relaxation. My health suffered, but I kept pushing myself to be kind. 8. Your goals take a back seat. Every time I tried to focus on my personal or professional goals, someone would need my help. And of course, I couldn't say no. My career stagnated, and my dreams of traveling, starting my own business, or learning new skills were put on hold. 9. You'll become a pushover at work. At work, being too kind translated into never getting the promotion. I was seen as dependable but not leadership material. My bosses knew I wouldn't stand up for myself, so I was often overlooked for opportunities. 10th, it encourages others to be dependent on you. Kindness can sometimes foster dependence. I noticed that the more I helped, the less others tried to help themselves. My kindness enabled laziness and irresponsibility in those around me. 11. You'll lose trust in people. After being taken advantage of one too many times, I started to grow cynical. I doubted the intentions of everyone, questioning whether they were genuine or just using me for my kindness. Trust issues began to creep into all my relationships. 12. You might miss out on better opportunities. Because I was always too busy helping others, I missed out on better chances. Job offers, invitations to events, and even potential friendships were passed up because I was too involved in everyone else's problems. 13. You'll resent the people you help. The sad truth is, after giving too much for too long, resentment builds up. I began to feel bitter towards the very people I had been kind to. The constant giving without receiving left me feeling used and unappreciated. 14. You'll realize kindness isn't always appreciated. One day I realized that most people didn't even acknowledge or appreciate my kindness. They had come to expect it, as though it was their right to receive my help. Gratitude became a rare commodity. 15. You'll finally snap the worst part of all. One day I snapped. I couldn't take it anymore. The weight of being kind all the time, without any regard for myself, finally broke me. I lashed out at people who didn't deserve it, ruining relationships I had worked hard to maintain. The moral of the story: kindness is a beautiful thing, but when taken to the extreme, it can destroy you. I learned the hard way that kindness without boundaries isn't kindness at all. It's self-destruction. Now, I still believe in being kind, but I've learned the importance of balance. Sometimes saying no is the kindest thing you can do for yourself.